it's running. So this is your 5-iron. When you set up as the clubs get longer, right? And I put my toes perpendicular to the golf shaft or an alignment stick, and I beveled my feet, I'm not really opening my stance.
Yes.
If I go like this and I drop that foot back, now my stance, my feet, knees, and hips are open to the target line. If I did the opposite of that and I beveled my feet, I'm not really shutting anything down or opening anything up until I start to alter my foot too much relative to the alignment stick or the golf shaft. Now with you personally, as the golf club gets longer, most people understand that they want the golf ball to be ever so slightly forward as the club gets longer. So with a driver, where's the ball going to be positioned respectfully for most people? More off of the front foot or off the heel because the stance is wider. Now in the case of when you start to set up as the club gets longer, beveling the foot is fine, but you start to shut the stance down too much. So now what happens is you get stuck on your hip, so everything hangs more back and you start to drop kick it a little bit, right? So that would be an exaggerated analogy of what tends to happen. It's good that you hit it from the inside. That's where you get your draw from. The only problem is you risk hitting a little bit behind it too quickly. So now,
Makes sense.
I don't mind it being a little closed, but I don't want it to be to the point to where it would restrict you from turning through it more. So what we do is we square this up a little bit more, and we just give you the ability to have a little bit more freedom with your movement. Okay, that's really kind of just, that's more of a setup thing as the club happens to get a little bit longer in your hands. All right?
Yes.
Okay, and that would be, again, perpendicular to that. Now look, that's good, I like that. So your front foot, the reason I like a slightly beveled front foot is it gives you the ability to keep the hip moving.
Sure.
Okay, it doesn't get stagnant.
Yes.
It can't stop its movement. Ideally, I want some rotation. How much? That's dependent on the individual, quite frankly.
Put that in the video.
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry, I want as much of this on there as we can get. I don't care if it's a 5-minute video. Okay, so now ball position. Where would you put the ball? If you kept your stance just like that's it, perfect, beautiful, right there.
Right.
Yep, love it. I love it. Now again, without you physically thinking about shifting some weight or moving your weight to your front foot, I want to accomplish that by how you set up. Right? So let some of that just be, call it bygones, be bygones, whatever you want to say. But let's let the physics naturally happen because you're setting up to it better.
How good is that?
How good is that? I mean, you can't say any better than that.